Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Valentine's Day, and we made it. And wow, what a Valentine's Day it was. This was my first working in retail here at Hy-Vee. And I got done with the show yesterday and immediately was sent to the here at the store where I created some boxes that would eventually hold flowers. I probably did 40 to 50 cardboard boxes, got them all jazzed up, some fancy paper, I don't know what it's called, the floral paper stuff, some flower food, and then they said, "Do you want to go deliver?" And I said, "Absolutely." They had a van, and from 10:45 until 4:45 was out delivering flowers. So if I brought you flowers yesterday, happy Valentine's Day, somebody was thinking about you. And out of the 30 or so deliveries that I made, I believe 28 out of those folks were either at home or at work, and then I had to make 2 trips back, but it was well worth it. Got me out of the store, and it was just great to see the reaction, because the majority of those folks that receive flowers from Hy-Vee and candy and even some cookies and a 6-pack of Pepsi, which I thought was a genius idea. They were all really surprised to receive that. So I do hope you had a good Valentine's Day. It was a busy day for us, and you can kind of see it in the look of everybody's face, like, whew, we're recovering. Chef Tess was out doing some deliveries. She's not mic'd up, but she is in the kitchen getting ready, because today, tonight she's got a big YPN dinner. And then also going on today in the store, we're going to pretty soon have 83 or 84 first graders from Wilton. So if at some point while we're talking and you see 84 kids behind me, don't be alarmed. And I'll try and kind of keep an idea on when they're going to show up. So there's a live look in the kitchen with Chef Tess. And yeah, it's going to be a fun day. So we're going to have, again, 83 to 84 young people in the store today. Congratulations to the MHS girls bowling team. They seem to have had a pretty great day the other day, and probably heading to state. I wanted to get more details on that, but I ran out of time before the show started. But we'll definitely keep you updated on that. It's Thursday the 15th. We're one day away from Friday. It's a little overcast here in the Pearl City. We kind of had the sun yesterday on Valentine's Day, then it went away, then it came back. And I hope that we get the sun at some point today. Snow is melting, though, so keep that in mind. God forbid you step in a puddle. I stepped in a lot of puddles yesterday. I had that wet sock thing going on, but it's all right. It was worth it. It's going to happen to somebody. It's going to happen to me. So we start with our first guest for her very first appearance on Hy-Vee today. Krista Regenator is here with ISU Extension, Muscatine County. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Tony?
So we've known each other for a while. I'm great. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Our first time on Hy-Vee Today together. And I feel like I saw you the most at the Muscatine County Fair because of all the involvement you guys have.
We're there.
And you literally have
We're there the whole time.
One of the only cool spots at the fair. It's not the biggest cool spot.
There is the 4-H building. So
right.
with extension.
Okay.
So first of all,
I was
just
talking about the shack.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I was going to get to that. So 4-H is under Iowa State University Extension. A lot of people don't even know that connection. So at the Extension office, we have the folks who are in charge of all the different 4-H clubs, and then we're in charge of the 4-H and FFA shows at the Muscatine County Fair. And there's the big 4-H building that's on the other side.
Yes,
so that is cool.
All the
and
exhibits.
There's restrooms, and it's nice. But yeah, we have a little shed on the livestock side that doesn't actually have air conditioning. I bring my personal air conditioner from home, and we put it in it because it's so sweltering that we need it.
Yeah.
But that it's just like a wooden shed, so it's funny as the day goes on and the sun gets hotter. Like even that little air conditioner is chugging. It's like the little engine that could like. But yes, it's better. And we are hoping.
Yes.
This year was a horrible fair in the sense of the weather.
It was hot.
I mean, it was hot.
Humid.
It was torrential rainstorms and a tornado warning.
Yeah, it's
you
almost
just get
like,
one of those. You got to get them all.
Yeah, right. Usually you get the fair where it's just hot and humid.
Hot and humid we can handle, but the rain with the tornado, like it made it a pretty crazy day. So, a week, I guess.
It was a good week though, and for myself, that was the first time that I had really been like entrenched in the 4-H area, and it was so impressive to see all these students that are younger than I am, that are not only showing their animals but leading them around, and their 1,000-pound.
Well, and then they've been taking care of those animals for so long, leading up to that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of leadership responsibility that goes into that, and the communication of talking to judges.
Sure.
They're building a lot of great skills. So
we need to back up, though, because when we talk about ISU Extension, Muscatine County, you're located off of Isaac, right? Kind of near Hines, or Hines's, as people say in Muscatine. Do you know that people, do you say that? Like when you say something's located near Hines, I feel like some people say it's right near Hines's. And I'm like, oh, Hines?
All I can tell you is that I love it because I smell them making ketchup.
Oh.
And I'll walk really slowly into the office. It's just like, and other people don't like the smell, but I love it. And then when they make Worcestershire sauce.
That's good stuff.
I love that smell.
The smells are free at the office.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything that kind of that goes on where you work. I mean, there's so many different. Like you go to your website, and it's very nice laid out, and you can kind of understand if you look at things, and it has a nice flow to it.
Spend a little time there.
Right, but for folks that are watching this, how would you define, describe
you
what
ready?
goes on? Yes.
So I feel like the only way to really explain extension and outreach, and there is a cooperative extension in every state in the United States, is that in the 1860s, the federal government recognized that the institutions of higher learning were very focused on people of wealth.
Okay.
And they saw a need for more educational opportunities for agriculture, military science, home economics, and those types of things, especially as the population was growing and we were needing to feed more people. So the federal government gave the right to states to sell land to raise money to build universities focused on agricultural sciences and other things like that. And so Iowa State is our land grant university. Every state in the United States has a land grant university. And then, so that was established, I think that was like 1861 or 2.
I'm not going to quiz you on the date.
Thank you. Yeah. Right around in there. But Abraham Lincoln signed that into law, so that I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then they recognized, okay, well, we have these institutions, this learning is happening, but it's not good enough for it just to be in these little areas. It needs to be across the whole states. So then the cooperative extension system was created in 1914, and they created this where we're actually a county government unit. I know nobody knows that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so our mission, we're in Iowa Code, our mission is to work in partnership with the Land Grant University and bring research and education to the community to help strengthen our community. So we do that in lots of different ways. We do it in 4-H youth development, which is more than just traditional 4-H clubs. We do it in community and economic development. We do it in human sciences, so lots like programming from the lifespan, basically, and then agriculture and natural resources, which obviously is where our history and our foundation comes from. So we do programming in all of those different areas, but our job in the local office is to get to know the community well enough to say, okay, I mean, there's like thousands of programs that we could choose from Iowa State or other land grant universities, like the Juntos program that we've talked about. That is actually North Carolina extension curriculum.
So you can kind of borrow from different curriculum because you'll have
we're all a part of this system.
Yes, and maybe for what works in Muscatine isn't going to work in other parts of the state.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. So we work with Iowa State. We have a partnership with them, but we're Muscatine County Agricultural Extension District. It's technically what we are. But then our federal partner is the USDA.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Did you get that? I might quiz you later.
Yeah. The answer is always C. That's what I'm going to say. No, but it is fascinating. And I think it's good to know that they understand that, okay, it's not just like a blanket, like here's what we're going to do. You're going to do this, because it wouldn't work.
No.
In the different, how many locations are there that have ISU? How many ISU extensions?
Okay, well, I'm gonna. So how many counties are there in Iowa?
99?
Yeah, but there's actually, this is trivia. Ready, guys? 100 county extension offices. And it's not because of Lee County, which everybody thinks it is. Pottawatomie County.
Wow.
In Iowa Code, Pottawatomie County gets 2 extension offices. So there's a east and a west Pottawatomie.
Is it that big that they need 2 of them? Have you ever been to Pottawatomie County?
Do you know where Pottawatomie County
Absolutely
is?
Not.
So it
No.
borders Nebraska.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I have not been to Pottawatomie
Yeah,
County.
that's a little bit of a drive from where we're at.
So there are 100 county extension offices, and so we, are managed by an elected board of officials. So on the ballot, you actually vote for the county agriculture extension
I've
council
seen
members.
That. Okay.
Yeah, so those are the people that I work for, and we work together looking at what does Muscatine County need and how we can best serve Muscatine County with our different programs and resources and things like that.
And it's not just in, you say Muscatine County, I just want people to understand that are watching Hy-Vee today, it's not just in Muscatine, you're heavily involved in West Liberty.
Oh yeah, Muscatine County,
when you say the county, you really mean
yeah, well, you're talking about Wilton, and we actually just did a literacy night with Wilton Elementary School where we used some of our 4-H, our curriculum that's called Clover Kids curriculum. It's like K through 3rd grade. We actually are a partner in education with Wilton 4th grade classroom. We'll be going in and doing Kids in the Kitchen pretty soon with them. And we work a lot in West Liberty. We actually have a staff member that works for the West Liberty School District. So we do a lot of partnership up there. So yes, we are a county-wide organization.
And then something that I kind of learned about over the years of having conversations with yourself, the Master Gardener program is really cool because there are several folks. Do you know how many Master Gardeners you have in Muscatine County?
We have about 38 active Master Gardeners. And then that doesn't include, we have interns that, so to be a Master Gardener is a big commitment.
Absolutely.
So you go through 40 hours of training, like it's a college level class in horticulture. You come to the extension office over a course of about 10 weeks, do 3-hour classes, learning that there's a hands-on class at Iowa State where you get to go up to like the entomology lab and to Ryman Gardens and stuff like that.
I didn't know they got to do that.
Yeah, that Saturday is everybody's favorite because it's a lot of fun.
Right.
And so once they go through that process and they finish the training, then they're an intern.
Okay.
And they have to do a 40 hours of volunteer service.
So now we're at 80 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Until you become a Master Gardener. So once you complete that 40 hours of volunteer service, then you're a Master Gardener. To stay a Master Gardener, you have to do 20 hours of volunteer service a year and 10 hours of continuing education a year. So this is perfect.
Oh, cool.
You got
so
the website.
We can pull up Krista's website, so we're going to check this out. All right.
Yeah, so our Master Gardeners, one of the things that they do that I think is really exciting, can I hold this up? Is that allowed here?
Yeah, I think we have the website in the corner, so that's pretty cool.
We partner with Muscatine Community College and offer this one-day symposium called Art of Gardening. And it's an awesome day. It goes from about 8 o'clock in the morning until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's 4 workshop sessions, and there's about 6 different workshops that they can pick out of each of those sessions. And then over lunch, there's 2 sessions. One is like a Stump the Expert, where people can just ask questions, and then they have a really nice lunch that's catered in.
And this is on St. Patrick's Day, Saturday, March 17th.
Yeah.
That is super cool.
But it gets over at 3.
Nice.
I mean,
and you could still show up dressed in a green shirt if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and one thing I like to say about this is you don't have to be an expert gardener to come to this. There are things. In fact, there's a session in session 4. I noticed there's even a beginning vegetable gardening.
Excellent.
So if you're just wanting to dip in your green thumb, there's opportunities. But
normally, if your thumb is green, go to your doctor unless you're talking about gardening.
Exactly.
And all these Master Gardeners, do they get when you become a Master Gardener, wouldn't it be cool if you had like a green thumb? I don't know.
I'm going to send that to the Iowa Master Gardeners. Because,
will you give me credit if they take it on?
Well, I'm going to send them this video so they'll know it was your idea.
Okay.
I want them to know it was your idea.
What if they all got to dip this is getting way off topic. What if they got to dip their thumb in like green wax and then made a mold of their green thumb? Yeah.
Iowa Master Gardeners, here you go.
Yeah, you're
Tony
welcome.
Tone.
Yeah, well, trademark 2018 Hy-Vee today. No, but this is good to know. So the Art of Gardening, again, if you're watching this live or later on, is Saturday, March 17th. It is super important, of course, to have the support of places like MCC and EICC, Eastern Iowa Community College. I mean, they understand what you're doing, and they want to be a good partner. And they probably have been for a long time.
Yeah, we partner with MCC all the time because we are both a part of educational institutions. And especially with the community education pieces of it. And so
cool.
I really think
we are looking more at the website, which is nice. This is great. So again,
look, I have to look over here.
Everything that goes on at ISU Extension, and it is a lot of great stuff, but it is always important. So let's plug that web address.
Research-based education. That's the big thing. Is everything that we provide is going to be research-based education. So it's not Wikipedia.
That's right. It's not. You cannot go on and change it. Extension. Is this it right here? Extension.iastate.edu.
That is our main website with all of our /Muscatine would get you to ours. That's the state website. And
awesome.
so that will get you, there's a little, you can either put /Muscatine, or there's a little place to click on offices, and you can click on our county.
Nice.
That's a little, make sure you know where Muscatine is in the state of Iowa.
Of course. And your phone number is 563-263-5701.
That is
that right?
correct.
I cheated. I saw it on the website.
Yeah.
On my monitor. So that's good. Yeah,
Or you
no,
can
we're
stop
zooming in on
in.
it. That makes it even better. Yeah, you can stop in, right?
1514 Isaac Avenue.
Okay. We definitely are not done yet, because I want to talk about Spend Smart, Eat Smart, because I'm not familiar with this. But
oh my gosh.
It's a really cool like cutout that you have. I mean, it looks like a phone.
Because
so is it an app?
It's an
or
app
what?
and a website.
Okay.
So you can download, and if you go to your app store or whatever, and just put in Spend Smart, Eat Smart, you will find it. And there is, you can get recipes on here. There's videos. Okay. There's a unit calculator. So if you're at Hy-Vee and you're trying to decide, which we all know the answer to this, right?
Yes.
Is which is more economical, the Hy-Vee brand or the name brand?
The Hy-Vee brand.
We know that.
Ding.
But there's a little calculator on this app where you can put in, like, you know, how many units there are and the cost, and it will help it break it down for you. But what I love, the recipes on here. I use these recipes for dinner all the time. Like the salmon patty recipe, I really love that one on here. The website has even some sections like on produce basics, and
I want to hold that up. I think Ryan's taking a.
There we go.
All right, here, right over there. There we go. Yeah. So the website app. I mean, it makes sense to have that because everybody has a smartphone.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So to have that information on your phone. I think it makes total sense. The salmon recipe was good.
Yes, the salmon patties. And what I like too about the website is that you can actually make a shopping list. So you can select what recipes you're interested in making for the family. You can do a meal plan. So there's a lot of great opportunities and really good recipes, and they are all science-based, and they all include food safety tips and tools, because that is very important with extension programming. But there's tips and tools on there too about how to shop on a budget.
Cool.
You know, so
well, we can all learn from
website.
that, and there we do. We have it pulled up right now. Spend Smart, Eat Smart. We're going to kind of scroll down a little bit so you can get a sense for this. Yeah, to be able to see a recipe and then get the ingredients.
Turkey vegetable quiche, I made that after
really?
Thanksgiving, and it was fantastic.
Turkey vegetable quiche.
And I'd never made a quiche before, so it gave me, you know, gave me the.
And if for folks watching,
actually, if you
let's scroll down.
Chad,
just a little
go down
bit more.
a little bit, and there, right there, see, it also talks about servings and then the cost per servings.
Okay.
So again, it gives you that idea of how much is it. You know, if you're really on a budget, you can look at making healthy meals.
Yeah.
You know, in a very economical
cool.
way. And there's always the calories and you know, nutrition information on there.
What kind of nutritional benefits you're getting.
Yeah.
And if you can spell quiche without going to a website, that's also pretty impressive.
I don't think I could.
You just saw it. You could spell it. Starts with a Q.
I was a math and science major.
Oh, great. Don't quiz me on
My
that.
degree is in environmental science.
I'm pretty good at spelling, and when Chad pulled up the website, I was like, oh, it is a key. Q. Q. Not a K. I thought for sure it was a K, and then I saw the Q, and I was like, yeah. Sorry, St. Ambrose. That's why I'm still paying those student loans.
Portland State University. I knew it was a Q.
Portland State?
Yeah, that's where I got my degree. Yeah.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Keep Portland weird, right?
Oh, yeah. And it is weird. I love it.
I've never been.
Yes.
I feel like I've gone there by watching Portlandia.
And you know what? It's spot on.
Is it? That's so great.
It really is. I love Portland. I would.
How long has it been for you, Krista, now with ISU Extension in Muscatine County?
3 years, like 3 years and 2 months. I know.
Okay, so the question I've been asking every guest that comes on this show is the most rewarding part of what you get to do. You do a lot. You have a busy schedule. It has certainly peaks when you're busier, but like as you sit back and think about the last 3 years, it could be an example of something that you've done or just, you know, an overall statement. What is the most rewarding part? My
favorite part about this job is that we can be a part of the community and look for gaps and fill them. Okay. So we can say, oh, this program that we have access to is a perfect fit and fits this need. Sure. We try not to duplicate anything that other agencies are already doing in the community, but like we talked about, we're going to be hosting a program called Latinos Living Well.
Yes.
And it's a diabetes prevention, nutrition program that we're going to be doing in Spanish. Well, there are lots and lots of opportunities for diabetes education and nutrition information in English in Muscatine, but we know that Latinos have higher rates of diabetes than the other populations. Sure. And so we saw this as a gap. So we partnered with the Muscatine Diabetes Walk Project. We try not to do anything completely alone. We go to the community partners working on that same thing.
Kim Seligman's a great partner to have,
she
right?
She is. She's great. And so
Wonderful.
we're partnering with them to offer this program starting late March. And so for those in our community who, you know, sometimes learning technical information is a lot easier in your native language.
Yes.
And so this is an opportunity for them to learn about nutrition and some cooking techniques and also shopping on a budget and those kind of things in Spanish and be able to have those conversations with others where it helps you learn the information.
Oh, yeah. I mean, language should not be a barrier when it comes to taking care of yourself.
No. Or your kids.
Right, or your family.
Which is our Juntos program.
Yes, absolutely. So this is, let me cheat here.
Okay.
This is at ISU Extension, 1514 ISIT here in Muscatine, 6 to 8 p.m., Thursday, March 22nd and 29th.
And then April 5th and 12th.
April 5th and 12th.
So it's 4 Thursdays, 2 hours each. And they'll cook at each of those.
Okay.
And also this program was piloted around the state of Iowa, and the recipes that they use are using ingredients and things that are more traditionally Hispanic recipes.
Great.
And so doing that with a little bit more of a healthy twist. So it is definitely made for the audience of Spanish speakers, and we're excited. Our Sally Martinez in our office is going to be the translator. She'll be providing, and she's going to be working with some of our human science specialists that are registered dietitians to...
Human science specialists.
Yeah.
How'd you like that for your job
Yeah, you know, I could bring some of them on here too.
That'd be
Barb
cool.
would be great to come on there sometime.
Before we wrap up, let's talk about spring break because that's coming up soon. And spring break can be a time, you know, we both have kids when, you know, just because
we want to get rid of them.
Right. Sorry, guys. But listen, it's that.
Come on. When you drop your kids off at school, do you just go... like
I think about how much time I have to get from school to work and getting here.
I love them.
You know, yes, but they get a week off. It's rare, you know.
What do you do with them?
Some of us will have a week off as well, but for the rest of us, we have to work, depending on how much vacation you have. I'm sure Hy-Vee will give me that week off. But this is great. These are great options for the entire week, correct?
Well, it's not the whole entire week. So there's certain days. We do. There's 4 different ones.
Gotcha.
So we have a spring break camp on Friday, that March 9th. So that's that first no school day. And that is for 1st through 3rd graders. So your 1st, 2nd, 3rd graders, and it's kids in the kitchen. So they'll be doing some cooking and learning about food safety and food science, things like that. March 12th is Monday, and this is my favorite one for 1st through 3rd graders again. And all of these are from 9 to 4. Okay. And they're all $20 per camper.
Not
so
bad.
Very, very reasonable. But Monday the 12th, March 12th, is dinosaurs, amphibians, and bugs. Oh my. Super fun. Super fun.
Cool.
And then on the Thursday, so we skip a couple days because of other programming that we have going on. March 15th is for the older 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, and they're going to do a CSI crime and spy science.
Ooh.
And they have to solve like a murder mystery using science.
Using
to do
science.
It. Yes,
and
I know.
That's
what my son wants to go to.
There's 17 CSI shows still, so it's still very relevant.
Except you're probably 4th through 6th graders shouldn't watch them.
They should not. Public service announcement. Please do not. And it is not true that David Caruso, he won't be there, right?
No.
Okay.
No. And then the last one is Friday, March 16th for that 4th, 5th, and 6th graders again from 9 to 4. An alarming idea.
Ooh.
So this one's all about electrical engineering and science of electricity.
Okay.
So all of our curriculum, again, it's research-based curriculum, and it is about getting kids hands-on learning opportunities. We always connect literature and books and reading to what we're doing, but it's a great way to break up spring break. So if your kids want to have a couple days at home, relax, just chill, sleep in, but you need them to get out of the house because spring break can be long, you know, these are great opportunities. So you can
we have the website up. Thank you, Chad. That's great. So you can see this again, extension.iastate.edu/Muscatine.
That's us.
Please go there and check out everything that's going on, including Spring Break 2018 day camps.
And you can call our office at 563-263-5701, or you can stop by too.
You have a meeting to go to. I appreciate your time. Please come back on a monthly basis.
I would love to.
Krista Regenator, ISU Extension, Muscatine County, and all that goes on there, it is just really cool to see. And I'll tell you this, if you're the kind of person, myself included, that would go to things like the Muscatine County Fair, and maybe you're going to see the shows or the demo derby or whatever, do yourself a favor, walk back to the fair, right? Walk past the grandstands, get your shoes or boots a little muddy, dusty, depending on the weather, and see those kids in the barns with their families and the work that they're doing.
And they're 4-Hers, and they know people are going to come and ask them questions.
Oh, they're prepared.
Talk to them. Yeah, go. Ask about their animal. Ask what they've done to take care of that animal.
So
they're excited to share that information.
Yes, they're so smart. These kids. I looked at some of these cows, and I was like,
"You're not sure that they were cows?"
I don't know.
Oh, Lord. Okay. You need to come back to the fair. Obviously, we need to do some more work on you.
I'm a big person. You get around some of these animals, and you're like, you're 10 and you're taking care of this?
Well, and can I just say one thing, too, about that, is that 4-H is not just about agriculture and the animals at the fair. Livestock is a big part of 4-H, and we have the livestock shows. But my son's in 4-H, and he's not going to show livestock. There are lots of opportunities for 4th through 12th graders to join a 4-H club. 4-H has different kind of focus areas, just like, in that livestock and animals fits under the STEM, but there's also communication, there's arts, there's leadership and citizenship, there's healthy living. So there's all kinds of projects, woodworking, just
and that's where
communication.
You cool off at the fair and you check out all the projects.
Yes.
And you can see what's going to state, but really take a look at everything because there's photography, some amazing
That is very popular. Visual arts.
Yeah.
So if you have that age child that is interested, typically 4-H clubs meets once a month, and it's more of the business meeting. We just learned parliamentary procedures, which I think is super awesome because
that's cool.
You need to know that as you go into the adult. And they did it by making trail mix. They had to make motions and second it.
Awesome.
And that kind of thing. But the work that you do, like the projects, happens usually with a parent or a mentor outside of it, and you can take those projects to fairs. So call us if you'd like to learn more about 4-H too.
Please do. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We have some Hy-Vee guests coming up. That includes Brian McNelly from the deli and our very own Don Fisher, who is a cheese expert. And you're taking a live look. There's Brian and Chef Tess, and I see Don putting some cheese away. Again, we have 84 first graders from Wilton that are going to be joining us in the store in just a little bit. If they're not here already, they'll be here very soon. And you're watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Thursday, the 15th of the month. Can you believe it? What is February? 28 days? It means March is going to be here soon. Maybe some warmer weather. I do hope that with all the cold weather that we've had, that we don't have, and Krista, don't listen to this, I hope we don't have as many bugs. It seemed like last summer was very buggy, and I know that can be bad for some of the farmers and their crops. So I wouldn't mind if it were, although that's when you get the bug soother. So keep that in mind as well. You can also get bug soother here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. I should mention my shameless plug for Starbucks and the smoothie that I'm having. I know, has like banana and strawberries, and it's really refreshing and delightful. Brian, are you ready? Don, are you ready? Here come my coworkers. Don Fisher, we're going to have to grab. Brian, can you grab me that mic for Don? We'll grab this chair, we'll slide this one over, and we're going to get you all mic'd up here, fellas. Busy day. These guys are working hard, taking time to be with us. Brian, if you want to grab that mic, clip it on your shirt so we can hear you. Perfect. And Don, we're going to get you mic'd for sound as well. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. What exactly is going on behind us? There's a couple tables pushed together. We can see on the live look. Tess is over there getting things ready. I've seen Kara Zigament, one of our dietitians, and Nancy do. What's all going on?
About 80 first graders from Milton coming in today, doing a store tour. And going to be packing a picnic lunch behind us and taking it over to Calvary, having a little picnic over there. So
okay, so you don't normally have to prep lunch for 80 to 84 first graders, right?
Not normally, but we're always open.
Yeah, that's
we're always open to it.
And then, and speaking of lunch, last week, yourself along with Chef Tess, you put together these Philly cheesesteak paninis.
Yeah,
that went over incredibly well. Are you doing another sandwich today?
We are. We're doing a, I don't know what you call it, hot beef panini or sub.
Right?
Yeah, Italian beef, exactly.
Yeah.
So with caramelized onions, some giardiniera. It's going to be nice.
Wow. Okay, so when is that going to be? Is it going to be up front again?
Yes, sir. 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock. 11 o'clock to 2, rather, and we'll be serving them up front in front of the store.
Are you putting any kind of cheese on there?
Provolone or Swiss, whatever you'd like, or both.
So Don Fisher, you have to have a good cheese, right?
Always.
Yeah.
Even for breakfast.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Good cheese for
Oh,
breakfast?
yeah. English
Really?
toffee.
Okay. You were gone for a lot of last week, but you were learning about cheese. Is that correct?
Correct. I was in Des Moines Tuesday, actually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Wow.
On my last, and hopefully I pass this in Pittsburgh, July 25th. I'm going for my ACS CCP, which is American Cheese Society Certified Cheese Professional.
Wow.
Which is the highest level that anyone in our industry can achieve.
So where we're set up for the show every day, we're near seafood and the deli and Cheese Island, as we lovingly call it. How many different varieties of cheese do we have here at Hy-Vee?
At least 150 at any given time.
100?
At least.
Okay, so again, when you're shopping and you're picking up things for sandwiches, you can get that next level Deluso meats, and then you think about what cheese you're going to get. And for some of us, you know, well, I'll just get a Swiss or an American cheese, but way more, right?
You're a lot better off getting something back here in the Cheese Island.
Yeah.
Because it's all natural. The flavors blend together very well.
Sure.
Very concentrated. You use less of it than you would, say, a processed cheese.
Yeah.
So when people come up and say, "Oh my gosh, you know, it costs this much," I can easily say this was made by hand, usually from the cows at the farm that came on, and the farmers are making the cheese. And I say this a lot, and it's made in the barn next door to where the cows graze.
And that's for absolutely the truth when it comes to those Ellsworth curds that come straight to the store from Wisconsin, right? I mean, those are cheese curds, but we know that those are going to get made on Monday or whatever and show up on
Friday. Yep.
They're made, I believe, on Wednesday, shipped to us on Friday.
Okay.
We have to put in an order every week to ensure we get those on Fridays.
Yeah.
And it's just been, I mean, incredible. I heard they're working on some flavored ones in bulk for us, too.
Really?
We can get them in bags, but these fresh ones just take it up to that next level. I mean, they're so good.
I know there's a garlic, because a lady asked me that. She was up in Ellsworth, and she says, "Hey, I went through the plant. Where's the Ellsworth, or the garlic?" And I think it's tomato basil, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting.
Very nice.
Yeah, so in addition to that, we still have the charcuterie offerings, which that's something that's pretty special to this part of the country, for sure, to Hy-Vee here in Muscatine. It's paper-thin slices of meat, but the meats, well, you take it away. I've just sampled them.
Yeah, we offer a wide array of charcuterie products, mainly from a company called Columbus in San Francisco.
Okay.
They're an old Italian company. Been doing the same recipes, using only the finest ingredients since about 1900 or so. Just wonderful, wonderful products. And we also carry a line from La Quercia in Norwalk, Iowa.
Cool.
It is probably hands down the best prosciutto in the world. I mean, made right here in Iowa. Absolutely fantastic.
Melts in your mouth, right?
It's so good.
And you say that, and people are like, no, you say that about candy, but
yeah, it's like meat candy, Tony.
It is.
It really is. It's fantastic.
And if you think about the charcuterie stuff, people would put together a charcuterie board, which would be different types of meat, paper-thin slices, and then you'd pair it with some cheese.
Cheese and some condiments like nuts, jams, preservatives. I was able to go to the Cheese Bar in Des Moines, and they are a charcuterie, just a nice place to go for.
Nice.
You can use it as a whole meal or whatever. And our table of 7 had a charcuterie board. Cool. And it's exactly, I thought, wow, this looks just like what we do at the store.
Isn't that nice? To,
and they charge a whole lot more.
That's the other thing, right? You know, you don't want, like, we were talking to Captain John about this with seafood. Sometimes it can be intimidating when you're going to try something. But the best part about this place is if you want to try something, just ask.
Please ask us, myself or Dawn. You can try literally anything that we have.
Because
we'd be more than happy to.
We don't want you to take home something that you might not love or like, right?
Exactly.
Like, we don't want food waste. We want you to try it.
And charcuterie and cheese is a great example. You know, you're spending prime, you know, a good dollar for a prime product. And I usually have samples out here, 2 or 3 different samples, but I welcome anybody, and I've always done this. How do you know if you like it if you don't try it?
You got to try it.
It can be overwhelming. You have 150 to 180 different cheeses and about 30 different charcuterie items.
Right. You have to sample.
And Brian and I have been trained to figure out which ones go with what. So.
And sometimes, last week, you sample the hot cheese, and then Don goes, try this, and you try it without asking what it was, and it tells you it's the horseradish cheese.
No, I'm sure I said it was
Well,
horseradish.
I think you mentioned it as I was mid-bite. You know me. I'm not waiting around. I'm trying it. But so horseradish cheese, like
Yes, horseradish
again,
cheddar.
there's a cheese right behind us that's essentially, and tell me I'm wrong, it's fudge, but it's cheese.
Yes.
But it's chocolate cheese.
Kelly's chocolate cheese. I've had 5 or 6 different chocolate cheeses in my lifetime.
Wow.
And this is the creamiest. It's made out of Havarti, cocoa, and cream. And it's a wonderful product. It tastes like our palate's an adult's palate. It tastes more like grandma's chocolate fudge.
Yeah.
To a child's palate, it tastes like chocolate ice cream without the ice.
It's absolutely wild.
It's really good.
So
It's
again,
really good.
You're elevating, and this is something that I wrote down. I said elevating your work lunch, because if you're the type of person that's watching this and you bring a sandwich to work, it doesn't have to be boring. From the bread you could get in the bakery, and then talking to these guys, Brian and Don. So give me an example, Brian. Somebody that's watching this, they bring a sandwich to work, something that they could try that maybe they're not familiar with, that something they could find here that they don't know about.
Honestly, you could go as simple as we have small baguettes that are $1 a piece, nice little lunch size, a nice chunk of cheese. Honestly, 2 ounces of salami. Ooh. It's a great lunch. It's healthier, and it is just raises it up to that artisan level. It's fantastic, and that's the way Europeans and Americans in larger cities have been eating for years. It's just finally catching on in the Midwest. So,
and it is cool to see, and I will tell you firsthand from having the DeLusso meats at my house, and then also not being afraid. Yes, I work here, but I also want to sample a cheese, because around the holidays we had that ridiculous deal on that brick of cheese that I bought. It was green packaging. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, that was the Cabot, private stock cheddar.
So we had
cheddar,
this ridiculous deal on this Cabot
good.
cheese. I tried it. I loved it. I brought it home. My wife liked it a lot. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can have that experience in the store where you can try something, enjoy it, buy it, take it home, enjoy it with your family, come back, try something else, or get the same thing again.
Oh, yeah.
And we are doing, February is California Cheese Month.
Okay.
We have got a great selection of fantastic California cheeses right now. Chef Test will be demoing those tomorrow.
Awesome.
From about noon to 4, noon to 5.
Okay.
Also again on Saturday. So if you guys would like to come in, we're going to have some great California cheeses out. Try a sample. I mean, take some home. It is absolutely fantastic.
Now, what is the difference, as we start to wrap up here a little bit, when you talk about California cheese, Wisconsin cheese, other places we get cheese from? I mean, is it a flavor? Is it texture? How it's made?
It's the girls.
The girls?
Yes, the California girls.
What do you mean? The cows!
They're so happy. They're so happy.
I know this is a setup for something, but I'm going to tread lightly.
No,
okay,
it always starts with the milk.
Gotcha.
Whenever you're making a new cheese or any cheese. Yeah. So anyway,
yeah.
Around where most of these cheese come from
Yeah.
is Sonoma County. It's just
Okay.
above San Francisco, 20 to 30 miles. And then we also have some nice blues from Oregon, which is 15, 20 miles from the Northern California
Yeah.
border. The
Close
Tewa,
enough.
it's called Tewa in the cheese world. It's what the cows are consuming. Whatever the cows are
Nice.
eating is what's going to be portrayed into the cheese.
I love it.
They have very lush grasses. They've got the sea salts from
Yeah.
the oceans. There's acorns in the redwood forest.
Whoa.
There's a lot.
So you're going to pick up on all these
You're
different
going to
flavors.
pick up on all these flavors and the different cheeses. You have some of the really the world's best cheese makers.
I think we're looking at some California cheese online. And I wonder, Don, because you have a wireless mic on, do you want to go grab
Sure.
the chocolate cheese and then maybe just another cheese that's literally right behind us, and we'll just bring it back, because this is a live show and we can really do what we want. So Don's going to go grab a couple cheeses for us to see really quick, because I want you to understand, no matter when you're watching this, that this is just something that we have to offer that's pretty cool. And Brian, you've known this. How long have you been here at Hy-Vee?
Been here going on 15 years.
Nice.
About 4 back as the deli manager back here in the Cheese Island. So it was a lot to learn, but we just have so many great products.
Yeah,
I think it's the best place in the store to work, in my opinion.
I was going to say, it always smells
most
good
fun.
back here, right? Okay, so Don, what exactly did you grab? I see the Kelly's chocolate cheese.
Kelly's chocolate cheese is, as Tony was pointing out.
Okay.
You've
I think
got
we're
to
gonna
try
show
this.
maybe right here.
If you've never had this and you think that you're too big of a man to try this, it is wonderful. It's like a melted chocolate bar in your mouth.
So good. Maybe a slice some strawberries.
Yep, strawberries, Merlot goes well with it.
Sign me up.
I've done that several times.
Okay.
Then we have Oregon Blue. My favorite cheese, and I've told this to probably hundreds of customers, my favorite cheese used to be 1833 cheddar cheese. Oregon Blue is by far my favorite cheese.
Now, is it a blue cheese, or is that just the name of it?
It's a blue cheese.
Okay.
Yep, it's made on a farmstead. What I mean by farmstead is all the cows again. The milk in this cheese comes from the cows on the farm, and they make the cheese right there within yards of the barn.
Excellent.
Even if you think you don't like blue cheese, you try this one, and you'll like blue cheese. It is absolutely fantastic.
This is one of the most balanced blue cheeses. It's soft, it's creamy. You're going to get a little bit of hint of the mold. You get the caves, a little bit of the mineral from the cave. Yeah. And of course you get the grass.
Does it melt well?
Oh yeah.
So like people put blue cheese on burgers or sandwiches or whatever.
This would work very well with that.
Okay. That's
also, for an example, I took a wedge home a couple weeks ago, and I just take off. I mean, just like the end of a knife, and just lay it on your mouth, and just let it melt, and let the whole experience all over your mouth. I mean, it's a wonderful balanced cheese. It's not too salty.
So much of this is about that experience of eating it by itself before pairing it or putting it with different things, isn't it?
Because if you don't like it on your tongue by itself, you're probably not going to like it with something else.
Or it'll lose its flavor if you put it, there's 10 crackers stacked. You know what I'm saying? Like,
try it alone so you don't overpower it with other ingredients. You want the cheese to be the star.
Yes, you want it to have an experience with it.
I want the cheese to be the star.
That's right.
So sometimes the cheese enhances the food, and the food enhances the cheese.
Yes. Perfect. What's the last cheese you brought?
This here is Toma. This is a cheese that we carried even last year. It's a nice, creamy, buttery notes on the back with a little bit of nut, acorn from what the cows are eating out in the pasture. Like I said, you get it all. You get it all
from Point Reyes.
Point Reyes.
Absolutely fantastic. Probably my favorite cheese in the whole case right there.
I tell you what,
it's wonderful.
You shop at Hy-Vee, and maybe you just come here and you get the things you need, and you grab the basics from the deli. And I want you to just ask questions and sample, please. Where else are you going to be encouraged to sample? Because we know you're going to like what guys like Brian and Don have to offer.
Please do. We're both real passionate about all the products that we carry. Please come talk to us. We love it. Yeah. It's the best part of our job is talking to you guys. So please come in.
Quality is so important for these guys as well, and that's why everything in these cases and on display is top quality stuff. So you're gonna have a great experience. I can tell you that much. Thank you guys for being here. And again, starting at 11 a.m., the Italian beef sandwich right inside the store on the floral entrance. We'll get some pictures and videos as that gets ready to roll. All right. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Tony.
And I think, Chad, if we take that shot behind us, we're going to see a bunch of students here. So that's pretty cool. We have the kids from Wilton showing up, and they're going through, making their little sandwich for a picnic. Chef Tess is working solo right now, so I don't know if you guys got to get back over there, but you're free to if you need to. And, there's a lot of great experience that happen here at the store all the time. And we love to have large groups or small groups. And once again, if you have questions about putting together a charcuterie board or upgrading that sandwich for work, no matter what it is, you're going to be able to do it with the help of guys like Brian and Don and everybody here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. And please enjoy a sample when you're in the store. I work here, but before I worked here, I would walk around, and often enough you'll have folks demoing things or sampling things. But then if you walk up to the deli, and I know it might sound weird to walk up to a deli and say, "Hey, can I get a sample of that roast beef or that turkey or that ham or that Cajun, whatever?" But they want you to, because they want you to try it and enjoy it, And these guys, they have to sample everything, so they might have the best job. All right, it's going to be a busy Thursday here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. I want to say thanks to Krista Regenetter with ISU Extension in Muscatine County. Check them out on ICIT and all the great things that they have coming up. Thanks to Brian McNally and Don Fisher, who were here just a few moments ago talking deli and cheese. And I want to say thanks to all the great customers that made this store as busy as we were for the last 3 days with Valentine's Day. It was fun to have that energy in this place I've never seen the floral department as busy. I don't know how many roses or arrangements we went through, but it was a lot. And I know that if you forgot to get something for Valentine's Day, you could still do it today. Now, I don't know if that means that everything's on sale. I don't know that for sure. But you can ask, right? We have to get rid of it. So maybe that's something. Now, I don't know if you could sample Valentine's Day candy. That's probably one thing. We don't want to open up the packages, but again, it doesn't hurt to ask. So tomorrow on the show, pretty excited. Dave Bakke will be here. He's a naturalist with Muscatine County Conservation. If you've ever been to the Environmental Learning Center, you've probably seen Dave there, or he is just totally involved in the community. There's the upcoming outdoor show, for instance, at the Muscatine Mall, and he's just a good guy. He's at schools, he's out and about, and I hope he brings one of the snakes tomorrow. We will not let the snake. They're nice. What are they? Corn snakes? Dave will tell us. I had the one snake around my neck a couple years ago, a la my friend Alice Cooper, and I was only a little scared. I don't know if I'll do that again tomorrow. But I've also taken a selfie with one of the snakes, and one of them licked my face. So, because they're harmless. These are all snakes that you're going to find in Iowa, right? Had a couple in the backyard last year. So, and we let them go, They're catching the mice, right? I feel like I'm doing a PSA for leave the snakes alone. Unless they're the big scary ones, or if you're on an airplane and Sam Jackson's there, then you got problems. Also tomorrow, Hy-Vee Pharmacy Manager Nicole Duhlmeyer. Yeah, that was a Snakes on the Plane reference. You're welcome, world. I thought I lost my edge. I didn't. And I should mention, speaking of Friday's show, at 7:45 a.m., as we get serious for a minute, at 7:45 a.m. tomorrow, seated right next to me, we're going to start the show early because Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds will be on Hy-Vee today with yours truly. I'm nervous. I'm excited to have her here. The governor and Lieutenant Governor Greg will be in the Hy-Vee Club Room starting at 8 a.m. for a Condition of the State meeting speech. They'll be there. You can get tickets, I think. They're free, of course. That goes from 8 till 9 in the club room here at Hy-Vee. But again, Kim Reynolds, governor of Iowa, at 7:45 will go live, and we'll see how things are going and what's to come here in the great state of Iowa when we talk to the governor. Pretty cool. No matter where your political affiliations lie, to have the governor on your show that's only 2 weeks old, not even, we'll take it. So that'll all be tomorrow, starting at 7:45 with Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds. Before we officially sign off, let's take another look behind me where the kids from Wilton are making sandwiches, and we'll leave you with that. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow, Friday at 7:45 for a special Hy-Vee today with Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds and then Dave Bakke and Nicole Duhlmeyer from the pharmacy. Enjoy your Thursday, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.